Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. After that slight retrace for Bitcoin that we saw yesterday, guys, in the afternoon, we started seeing Bitcoin start climbing up again. So as I'm discussing this right now, we're seeing a Bitcoin price at about $51,000, almost $600 per coin. We did see the price come back down in and around here, and even yesterday, I was wondering, what are we going to see next? I mean, we are in for a retrace. This has historically happened before previous halving, so we know the halving is going to be happening in April 2024, mid-April, somewhere in and around the 18th to 22nd. That's when they're estimating it's going to occur. So, I mean, is this a bit of a fake out? I guess we do have to see now if Bitcoin is going to top this most recent high that we saw back on Thursday. So that was a high of roughly $52,000, almost $900 per coin. And now we're sitting back in around $51,600. So getting back up to this level is, I guess, the next immediate challenge for Bitcoin. Again, this is the hourly. If I were to bring this on the daily, you guys can see, I mean, bullish momentum still continuing. And, this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. Anything could happen really at this point. It's really about crypto sentiment. The space is seeing greed, albeit not in the 80s yet, still at around 74. We're seeing the market cap here at $1.94 trillion for cryptocurrencies. 24-hour volume is up a little bit, 3.48%, and dominance for Bitcoin at 52.1%. We're not seeing that number move too much, and pretty much, has just been leading the pack so far. Bitcoin up a little bit within the last 24 hours. So going back to just the hourly chart here, you guys can see it did rally a little bit since yesterday morning, up 0.81% as of the time of this recording. We're seeing Ethereum up 1.42%. And other cryptocurrencies just kind of up and down. Bitcoin is down 0.87. We got Solana up 3.66. XRP is up 1.18. Other cryptocurrencies like Cardano are actually doing quite well, 7.88% to the upside. So, the crypto market's still just kind of simmering down now. Now that Bitcoin has kind of found its place, XRP, of course, did see the brunt of that downturn as well. Going down significantly, unfortunately, down almost 7% before rallying back up about 4.2%. And you can see, the XRP trend looking to draw down hard, but also moving up equally as hard. And this is the kind of thing we have to remember in this bull run. Okay, when we compare it to Bitcoin was only down about 4.2%. So again, let me just kind of go back and forth here. 4.2%, XRP was at 6.9%. But then the rally up for Bitcoin, okay, we can see if we were to just take it from that bottom, Bitcoin's up 1.91% since that localized bottom. And XRP, let's throw it on here. So what was Bitcoin? 1.91. XRP up 2.77. So you can see the drawdowns, the retracements are harder, but just as equally, the bullish pump to the upside is harder for XRP compared to the King crypto. All things to keep in mind, guys. This market is going to ebb and flow, and all these cryptocurrencies are going to move to the beat of their own drum. I mean, some coins do better than others, obviously, for good reason. But, historically speaking, XRP has pumped last and fast. So we have seen this in the past. All eyes, though, are on the King cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. This is really what's going to get the market really moving, especially with those institutions, those institutional investors. XRP drops, bringing this to our attention. The popularity of so-called digital gold is widening its lead over physical gold. So in the past, and this isn't data from too long ago either, in the past, what we've seen up until about, till about the beer flu, we saw gold really kind of steamrolling over everything as that hedge asset. Everybody was in shock, right? Everybody was in disbelief. What the heck is happening to the stock market? What the heck is happening to every market, really, during that period? That was the March 2020 lockdowns when everything just kind of sold off and everybody was buying gold in a panic. But guys, check this out. A new metric is showing how Bitcoin is actually overtaking some of those numbers. Watch this.
1,000 level, and the popularity of so-called digital gold is widening its lead over physical gold. Jared Blickery is here with the
And Julie, you mentioned gold. We have two different markets here, two different axes, but I want you to take a look at the shape here. We have Bitcoin flows, and this is all of Bitcoin. This goes back to a year earlier, January of 2019, and then gold. So Bitcoin was relatively flat throughout this entire time. Now it is picking up. There's slightly different way of measuring. And then the gold funds, you've just seen this steady drop. Is either one of them actually a great inflation hedge? That's not up for me to decide here, but
So gold demand is going down. Meanwhile, we've got Bitcoin going up. This could mean a lot of things, but they're likening it to the demand for a new digital gold, namely Bitcoin. So this is how they're framing the story. Anyway, wanted to thank XRP Drops just for posting that. Guys, we've got some more news with regards to Binance founder CZ. His sentencing date is coming up. Originally due to be sentenced on February the 23rd, CZ faces 18 months in prison over money laundering charges. So this is the biggest crypto exchange, or was the biggest crypto exchange. I don't know if that is changing now with the new CEO at the helm. The criminal sentencing for Binance founder and former CEO Changpeng Zhao has been pushed back to April the 30th. The notice of rescheduling hearing was filed at the Seattle Federal Court on February the 12th. Zhao was originally due to be sentenced on February the 23rd after pleading guilty to money laundering charges. He's expected to face up to 18 months in prison. However, a November 24th file by the prosecution indicated that he may face a harsher punishment than initially expected. The defense claims that Mr. Zhao faces merely a brief sentence and has no incentive to flee. The reality is that the top end of the guidelines range, maybe as high as 18 months in the United States, is free to argue for any sentence up to the statutory maximum of 10 years. Some, however, believe a longer sentence is unlikely. I mean, didn't Changpeng Zhao agree to pay a hefty fine, I think somewhere in the billions? According to a former SEC U.S. Exchange Commission official John Reed Stark, Zhao could face 12 to 18 months in a minimum security prison under U.S. sentencing guidelines. However, his legal team will likely ask for no jail time for an alternative sentence and request to combine prison time with home detention and probation. So, this is the new face of regulation. Unfortunately, it's looking dirty. It's really not looking great. But this is the new face. This is what regulation is going to be looking like. All these heroes in the crypto space now getting punished for what they have done, I guess, up until this point. I mean, Binance was one of those great exchanges to be trading on in the last bull run. Very, very expansive in what you could do on that exchange. It had a wide variety of cryptocurrencies, but they were doing some things that obviously governments were not agreeing with, and they were pissing a lot of people off. So many people. U.S. government especially, and so now Changpeng Zhao, unfortunately, is paying the price. And, again, another story here, FTX bankruptcy. A Bohemian bank is now indicted over secret SBF credits. So this is another story that just came out today, or yesterday rather, amidst FTX bankruptcy, which has been on for more than 1 year now. The former CEO of the beleaguered crypto exchange has been levied with another charge. A new connection has been discovered between Sam Bankman-Fried and a Bohemian-based financial institution called Deltec. In a new filing submitted in a Florida federal court, FTX's sister trading firm Alameda Research was accused of boosting the growth of USDT issuer Tether through a secret scheme. So now Tether is looking to come under the microscope with regards to this story particularly, but it does not bode well for stablecoin regulation in the U.S. and globally, quite frankly. All governments want to regulate stablecoins because they're realizing this is the avenue that people can, secure funds, make sure their funds are not prone to the volatility, when trading in cryptos. So I'm feeling like a lot of the exchanges now and not so much the exchanges I'm sure don't really care, but governments around the world want this to be as tight as possible. They do not want any kind of leaks, any kind of loopholes or, ways for people to, transfer money into any kind of mechanism like a stable coin and be able to secure profits that way and then trade into fiat currencies into their bank account at that particular time. So because now we're getting this story, FTX and the sister trading company Alameda dabbling with Tether. And so, USDC, they're already kind of deemed the gold standard in the US in terms of a stable coin. We know stable coins aren't going away either. But now it's just going to be a matter of who wins the stable coin wars, I guess, or are we going to see, a U.S. stablecoin, namely, we'll call it Tether, maybe in other regions of the world, whereas USDC will be more likely utilized in the West? Let's say, I'm just kind of throwing out ideas of how we could see this form. But it's still kind of up for debate. Stablecoins are stablecoins fundamentally. They serve a purpose, and no matter what stablecoin you use, I can see them being a huge headache for regulators specifically. So we're going to get more information, guys, in the coming months about stablecoins. And for my Patreon subscribers, yes, I am still putting together my cash out plan. Just wanted to let you guys know if you're listening. I am planning some more updates over the coming weeks. with regards to a cash out strategy. And the reason I'm thinking long and hard about this is exactly this kind of reason. The regulation is changing right before our eyes. So stay tuned, hang tight. You can find all that information at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only $5 a month if you're interested. Gonna keep moving along though, guys. Michael Branch bringing this to our attention now. Veteran trader Peter Brandt has warned that the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, should not be trusted. This is coming from a veteran trader, okay? Peter Brandt, veteran trader in the space. We've heard his name floating around for quite some time now. He stressed that Gensler has a long history of not looking out for the interests of investors. Brandt further emphasized that the SEC chairman was instrumental in the bankruptcy of a major company and was also the getaway driver in the major bankruptcy of another, costing customers an estimated $100 million. So Peter Brandt now going on the record saying Gary Gensler should not be trusted. He says Gensler has a long history of not looking out for the interests of others. The veteran trader explained that Gensler was instrumental in the bankruptcy of MF Global by allowing his old Goldman Sachs buddy slimy John Corzine to commingle customer money with MF Global's own money and meet its margin call on a bad European trade, violating the long-standing principle in futures trading of segregated funds. As the chairman of the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, Gensler was also the getaway driver in the bankruptcy of Peregrine Financial, costing customers an estimated $100 million. Brandt emphasized, I mean, you didn't have to tell the XRP community not to trust Gary. And here's a quote. Gary, in my opinion, is a slime ball from start to finish and should not be trusted as the chair of the SEC. Nothing this man, Gary Gensler, says should be considered as in the best interest of investors. So just another opinion there. Wanted to thank Michael Branch just for bringing up Peter Brandt's opinion on Gary Gensler. So many people are realizing that this is a very, very contrived operation that governments are, not just the U.S. government, but governments around the world are working through right now. They know cryptocurrency has already been around for too long, and they know the technology is working against them. Now they're trying to find the best way to kind of work towards making this as streamlined as possible, and it's really kind of difficult. And I feel like this is why part of the reason why it's taking so long too. Wanted to keep moving. XRP Drops posting this, guys. Some more Ripple partner news. This has to do with the National Bank of Georgia. They just signed an MOU with Ripple, guys, a memorandum of understanding on a limited pilot stage partnership, basically a learning by doing phase. So this is put out by Varlam Abendois. He says here on his LinkedIn profile, yesterday we made one step forward in our CBC journey by signing an MOU with Ripple on a limited pilot stage partnership, basically a learning by doing phase for us. Also, it's my pleasure to share the National Bank of Georgia's overall fintech strategy and activities with the audience while representing all key stakeholders of the industry. And here is the article here. James Wallace did like this post. Unfortunately, it is just a screen grab, but there is also another little video here that I'm not going to play for you guys. But Georgia, we do know that they did have that partnership, have been partnered with Ripple for a while, but now we're just getting more information here about an updated signed memorandum of understanding with the bank, the National Bank of Georgia, and Ripple specifically. So some great news there. The source link is in here from LinkedIn if you guys are interested. So I wanted to thank XRP Drops for posting that. I happen to see this too, guys. This came across my desk. Dmoney, a Ripple partner, they're giving away Tesla Model 3s and over 3.5 million baht in prizes. So Dmoney, a leading Thai fintech company providing international money transfer services, successfully concluded its Own D with Win Tesla campaign, awarding a Tesla Model 3 and over 3.5 million baht prizes to some lucky customers. The Own D campaign embodies three core pillars: better rates, as Dmoney consistently offers superior exchange rates and lower fees compared to competitors, of course, with the help of Ripple, no doubt. Faster, as Dmoney guarantees swift transfers, reaching recipients within the next working day, and easier, with Dmoney's user-friendly mobile app facilitating seamless international money transfers. Leveraging these three key elements, Dmoney has initially a special campaign to express gratitude to our local customers. So you guys can see some photos there. Dmoney giving away Teslas and cash prizes as well. Because they're doing so well, because they're so successful in that region of the world, I guess, they can help share their success with their customers. And, this never hurts, right? Good PR for a company that is doing quite well. It is definitely to their benefit to be, doing this in the public eye, especially so that, they can gain more customers down the road. And, they don't have to hide behind anything. They got the technology. They can streamline these types of payments. And, especially if they're, one of only a few companies that can do this at this particular time because they're running on RippleNet technology, running on DLT. this is just going to promote sound money movement and hopefully get more companies on board, or maybe, entice other companies to be bought up by, the bigger companies that are running on RippleNet DLT technologies. So just another example here of how a Ripple-related company, Ripple partner, here Dmoney is knocking it out of the park. XRP Ledger interoperability is getting a boost, guys, with a new XAU feature. This coming from XRP Crypto Wolf. The XRP Ledger, the decentralized blockchain that powers the XRP cryptocurrency, is set to boost its interoperability with an upcoming feature called XAH Teleport. Vin did share some details about this over there on the X platform. I got the tweet up here. He says XAH Teleport, that's a move between the XAU platform and the XRPL and vice versa. On the XRPL side, the XAH IOU is by GateHub. It's done in seconds. Next week, internal testing and testing with ecosystem developers. Then 1 month early access for the Zaman for some pro users. Then general availability. So that is his brief timeline there. And he does have a little demo video here for you guys. If you are interested in that new feature that transports the XAU token, the XAH token, over the XRP network in a matter of seconds. This development has been in the works for quite some time now. And so great to hear that it is now coming online. So wanted to thank Vin and XRP Crypto Wolf just for bringing that up. And there has been some debate, guys. I know the price of XRP isn't, doing what we were hoping it would do in this bull run. We were hoping that, especially, and I know this has been a big pain point for many XRP holders, especially when we did get that verdict, because we had been waiting so long for XRP clarity. We were hoping it would really kind of take off with the rest of the market. Unfortunately, though, XRP price has not, performed as well as we had hoped. And people are getting disillusioned and very, very upset about this. They're thinking it should be higher than it is. And, they're coming up with all kinds of theories as to why this is happening. Good morning, crypto here saying, is Ripple stifling XRP's potential? This has been a big question in the space. Recent accusations of Ripple dumping XRP sparked a fiery response from Ripple CTO David Schwartz. So David Schwartz did come out and comment on this, who unveiled their Q4 2023 markets report. David Schwartz did say Ripple has continued to sell XRP only in connection with ODL transactions. So some people were accusing Ripple of suppressing XRP price. Crypto Meme Guy did post this originally. So XRP holders, 589, we're all hoping for these high prices. And the meme is explaining here that, because of these bot transactions that we had heard about when we did get that email from Chris Larson's assistant. I mean, there's so many stories going on when Chris Larson's cryptocurrency got hacked, when his XRP got hacked. We did get that letter. It was talking about the bots. It talked about let XRP breathe. And so now, the question is, how much has Ripple been suppressing price because of these programmatic sales? Of course, David Schwartz did come out and he said, we stopped programmatic sales of XRP. And that happened, guys, back in 2020. Here's the tweet. And so this was from that report. Ripple has continued to sell XRP only in connection with ODL transactions. Since 2020, Ripple has sourced XRP from the open market to ensure there is a sufficient supply of XRP available for our growing ODL business. So they have actually stopped those programmatic sales. And then somebody down here, the Natural Cube, did ask, can you provide a more detailed definition of programmatic in the connection with ODL? And then David Schwartz does respond here. Programmatic sales are sales that take place on exchanges, generally by market making with a slight net bias towards reducing the amount you hold. Effectively, you sell an asset by helping other people both buy and sell that asset, but on the net, you sell more than you buy. Sales in connection with ODL occur when someone wants to make a payment somewhere using Ripple payments. For example, say someone wants to send Mexican pesos. One way they can do this is by buying XRP from Ripple, and then at the moment they need to make the payment, send the XRP to a Mexican exchange the XRP for MXN, and then use a payment provider to make the Mexican domestic payment to the recipient. If Ripple buys back fewer XRP than sold in that payment, then that is a net sale in connection with ODL. So giving a very clear-cut example of what Ripple is doing. But then Retired down here is asking, is this an acknowledgement that price was manipulated in the past? And David Schwartz does respond here, I don't believe that our programmatic sales of XRP manipulated the price in any way at all. So confirming now, no manipulation has been happening. I believe we made every attempt to minimize the price impact of our programmatic sales. I also find the accusation puzzling. What is supposed to be our motive for manipulating the price? Remember, guys, okay? If you remember, David Schwartz has always said it always behooves Ripple, or it will behoove Ripple, for an XRP price to be higher than not higher because they do want to target such a large market. Linda P. Jones reminding us of this. All this concern that XRP will never rise in price is debunked with David Schwartz's comment in the Spaces about how countries didn't want another country creating a new world reserve currency because it gives that country too much control over others. They would, however, agree on a trustless system where no country was in control. And he said if, as a result, a few people got wealthy, meaning XRP holders, it wouldn't be a problem. So just remember that. That is not exactly actually where I was going with this. Nevertheless, we have to remember there is so many pieces to this puzzle. David Schwartz has also gone on the record and said, it's going to be easier to make transactions if XRP is worth a higher amount. There was even that time where he was discussing XRP price with Mr. B XRP saying, it has to kind of hit that high price really, really fast. It cannot gradually go up. So maybe in the blink of an eye, boom, we could see an XRP hit that high enough price in order for RippleNet to fulfill those XRP transactions. Again, I'm just speculating on this, but putting all these things together, it does make sense. Even here, XRP drops just giving us some more detailed chart here, just showing us how programmatic sales did cut off basically by the beginning of 2020, and how Ripple, this is directly from Ripple's report, how Ripple stopped programmatic sales once we got into the first quarter of 2020. And Sean McBride also commenting on XRP's potential. My wife and I were discussing XRP and potential reasons why it hasn't exploded like it should. I use the analogy of having a Lamborghini XRP, but only being able to drive it on a road filled with potholes. That is the current payment system. Rebuilding an archaic global payments financial infrastructure doesn't happen overnight, but when it happens, expect that Lamborghini to have a nice, fresh, smooth surface to burn rubber all over Gary Gensler's face. That's right, guys. That is coming directly from a Ripple employee or former Ripple employee, Sean McBride. It's going to take time, guys. XRP is going to move. We just have to be patient, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel. So close to 100,000 subscribers. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm going to be giving away 2 Ledger Nanos in early April, but you got to be subscribed by March the 31st to be eligible. So please subscribe to Working Money Channel on YouTube. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.